Hello there, this is RJB for RJB TV, and it's been a while, but I returned for another video, and today's gonna be Leebokgu against Mong, the one and only, of Protoss against Terran Extravaganza, with two absolute experts and masters of their respective races. Mong's an expert at Terran, and Leebokgu is an expert on Protoss. I don't think it can get much better than this combination of two players. Mong, for a while, said to be the very best #1 Terran player on fastest map, and Leebokgu, one of the top 5 Protoss players in my opinion, maybe even in the top 3 or top 4. I'm not too sure where he ranks, honestly, because there are honestly so many really good Protoss players, all with a lot of them have very similar strengths, but there are a couple of players in who play Protoss in the Korean community who excel at specific things really, really well. Maybe not very well rounded, but they are so extremely very good at very specific things. Leebokgu is one of those more all-round players. He's really good at everything, but he isn't the best at anything. But he's still pretty damn good at almost everything. Whatever situation you throw at him, he knows how to deal with it. He knows how to play into it. He knows what to do. He knows what he needs to do and how he has to do it and when. Everything, he has an answer to it. Alright, so both players, 12 o'clock spawn location for Leebokgu, 7 o'clock spawn location for Mong. Mong here on the red Terran, I've said it before, going for 2 barracks opening, might be a little bit unsafe compared to the other opening options for a Terran, but he gets a very quick gas there as well in the back. Depot number 2, gonna get an academy up as well. I gotta fix this window there on the top corner. Wait, that's an academy. He's going for an academy before the depot. Usually we don't see that, but because he had a little bit more minerals left over in the bank, which went for a barracks, double barracks into gas. Usually you go for 3 barracks, which cost 450 minerals. This time around he went for a refinery when he would be making that 3rd barracks, which cost 100. So he'd be spending only 400, which leaves him with 50 extra minerals to get a fast academy. He will get supply stuck for a couple seconds, but supply block is already unblocked with the depot finishing up. So I really like this small little deviation, optimization, change to the usual to get that little bit of an advantage and to get the build order done exactly right. Whereas Leebokgu, though, is going for a Dragoon build order, and it looks like Mong doesn't yet know this is on the way. He is going to scout this base there, though he isn't, because he's scouting only the chokes, assuming there to be a pylon in the choke, but there's not going to be a pylon in the choke, because Leebokgu is going for a build order that doesn't need a pylon in the choke. So this is going to hit Mong completely out of the blue, completely unexpected, unprepared. He doesn't know Dragoons are on the way. You'll find out at some point soon, but so far he doesn't yet know, although he's moving out there and there. Ooh, those Marines and Firebats are actually sneaking around, and Leebokgu actually, both players think their opponent is on a spot they're not on. Well, now Mong kind of pieced together the puzzle that he has to be on the 12 o'clock spawn location, whereas Leebokgu is missing an opportunity to get something going because he's going the wrong way while these Firebats and Marines are running into his base. He's going to have to run those probes to safety really quickly because he's going to lose some of them really quickly there. He keeps most of them alive somehow. I'm not sure how he did it, but he keeps most of them alive. Firebat doesn't have any kills because 1 kill, only 1 probe went down. He's going to try to focus down on the Dragoon. The Firebat gets a couple kills, gets 2 or 3, but in the end, he's trying to get more with the Marine stim, and that went pretty badly for Leebokgu. While he also, I believe, pulled back or lost his Dragoons here inside of Mong's base. So this is a very chaotic start here where both players find each other very, very late into the match. And Mong kind of gets a lucky shot there by going undetected. Not planned. He didn't plan on going undetected. He just planned to move out and find out where Leebokgu is located. But Leebokgu's Dragoons were here on the side, whereas the units were moving here right next to it, just outside of vision. And he managed to sneak in with the Firebat and disrupt the economy of Leebokgu. and that tiny little bit of disruption on the economy might just prove to be just enough to give him the edge over Leebokgu. Now, how is Leebokgu planning on recovering? That's the big question, because at this moment, Mong can't move out. He can't move out because there's a lot of Dragoons there inside that pathway blocking the exit, and there's Dark Templars on the way as well, which I think Mong knows are on the way, because I do assume he saw the Citadel of Adun there when he got into the base just earlier, so he knows Dark Templars are on the way, most likely. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting that Citadel of Adun and nothing else except that Citadel of Adun and that timing into the match, so it has to be Dark Templars. So Leebokgu is gonna try to recover with the double Nexus being added on to the main one. Mong scouted it, Mong knows what's up, he knows that it's gonna be a very heavy economy build from Leebokgu, which means that now Mong can throw out an economy build of his own by adding on 2 command centers and focusing on getting up aesthetic defense. Because the only way that Leebokgu is going to do any damage whatsoever is with robotics facilities and shuttle drops. But the robotic facility is very, very late. It's not going to finish until about 6:30. He's going to try to break in here. He's going to try to snipe down the turret there in the back. Yes, the turret, another turret there is on the way. Dark Templars can't get in. Dark Templars are managing to get in there. He's going to try to block it with the medics there. Gets the block, but the turret, the SV goes down, so the turret isn't detecting anything. He does have a scanner in the back, but I don't think it's got energy. He has energy, but he's forced to take down the Dark Templar in the front, but there's Dark Templar in the back there as well, so now he's building a turret and getting a second scan, but he's losing SVs there in the meantime. SV there on the turret building is going to get taken down. Now he's going to try to take down more SVs as more SVs are being pulled up onto that turret to get the finish, but he takes it down really quickly just as well. Another turret there in the back under construction that might just do the trick of zoning the Dark Templar away from this area. You can't kill that one. Usually coming in from the bottom side, going to try to sneak up there, going to try to get something done, but he can't really get much done. Scan comes in, Dark Templar is going to get taken down, and that was a pretty good counter punch from Leebokgu. Pretty nifty, good counter punch, but did it do enough damage against Mong? The worker difference isn't that big. Usually the Protoss would be on about 50 right about now. He got slowed down a lot, and the Terran should usually be at around 36, 38. So can't really say too much, because the difference between their worker counts is about what it should be. Shuttle comes in there on the top side. What's inside that shuttle? Is it going to be Dark Templars? Triple Dark Templars going to try to sneak around and pick up some units, turrets, structures on the sides, on the edges, that are not protected by detection. So all the Dark Templars are there inside the base. Mong heard them, I believe. He's going to try to get a surround on them. He doesn't exactly know how many there are. One Dark Templar there is going to get surrounded. Which one is he going to kill? That one stays alive. Top one also stays alive. Every single Dark Templar, except on the bottom one, stays alive. Second scan comes out, gonna try to kill both of them just in time, but no, that one Dark Templar on the side stays alive. Is he gonna get it? He doesn't get it. He's gonna have to wait for another detection round of scans. He's building turrets around the top side as well. He's running away from the Dark Templar. The Dark Templar's gonna have a field day, killing everything that he can, although there's honestly not that much that is not protected by detection, except these factories here. So he goes for the factories, drop there, gets loaded up there back at home, using the same shield he just used to put those Dark Templars into Mong's base. So far, it's mostly just annoying harassment. Tiny little bits of an advantage gained here and there for both players. Nothing too serious. Gets us around on the Dark Templar. It goes down. Shuttles are flying in from the top side, though, as double dropships are leaving the base as well. Go for a double tank drop, one after the other. There are some Dragoons there back at home to protect against tank drops. Shuttle drops have arrived here on the top side, waiting to go in, but he knows that dropships are on the way. The question is he going to wait for the dropships to land in his base before he goes in with the drop, or is he going to go in with the drop first? He goes in there. Marines are ready to take them down. Unloads to Reaver. Reaver kills about 10 or so Marines. A massive hit there. But at least the shuttles do go down. Now the dropship comes in there from Mong. Going to try to unload there in range of the pros. Pros are running away to save. The pros are unstacking. Gets a pretty good shot off on those pros. Only 5 though. Only 5 though. But another one comes in from the other side, but there's a lot of Dragoons and cannons that are ready to intercept, so this one's never going to work. He turns around, but its dropship goes down. Tank is unloaded. Left behind enemy lines could take it down as well, and that doesn't really get any results. At least not significant results. It does disrupt Leebokgu's flow of the game by a little bit, but that little bit might not be enough. Drop comes in for the bottom right there, though. Marines are in that pathway, ready to intercept, but they fail to intercept. It starts below. The Templar unloads, but only a single Templar unloads, and he's too far away from the SCVs to storm any SCVs, so he storms on the Marines, and the Marines do go down. But that is exactly how Mong wanted that to play out. He sniped the exact correct shuttle, and Templar number 2 couldn't unload because it was dead. It was dead. So about 10 minutes in now, 58 SCVs against 76 workers from Leebokgu. Triple factory for now. Supply counts aren't very high yet because there's been some back and forth trading of blows. Both players are progressing pretty nicely. Both players are progressing pretty nicely. Their supplies are going to grow quicker and quicker the bigger their bases become, the more factories, barracks, and starports they get. We're getting Valkyries as drop defense now as well, gonna hang it there on the side because that is the usual shuttle flight path. As you can see right there, shuttle comes here from the top side there on the left, flies straight into the Valkyrie, starts to unload there. Temple arrives on the scene, Temple gonna storm on the SCVs there, but SCVs get double stormed and most of them do go down. That's a lot of that SCVs there. It gets even more with the splash damage from the tanks. 23 on that one. I think the other one also had about 20 or so. It went down from, I think, about 65 to 25. A massive blow to his economy. That was the worst thing that could happen for Mong because his minerals are also on a very low amount. A lot of SCVs pruned about the base, so I expect there to be about 20 or less on the minerals. The income isn't very high, and now the game is in Leebokgu's hands because all he's got to do is keep the pressure and start killing whatever he can. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's unloading, carpet bombing, another big mass drop there, but everything gets taken down as it unloads because there's so many tanks, Marines, and unsieged tanks are on the bottom side that everything gets taken down, and Mong buys himself a little bit more time to recover from that massive blow to his economy, even adding on a 4th command center to help himself recover faster. All he has to do is not take massive amounts of damage in the foreseeable future. Whereas Leebokgu appears to be preparing himself for carriers. Fleet beacon there on the way on the side, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Stargates as well. Mass shuttle drop here on the top side, very frequent with his loads and sends, using 5 facilities there to keep up the production of the shuttle drop. Flies from the top side, forces are protecting, Valkyries shooting on the shuttles, but the shuttles are a little bit too beefy for now because only 3 Valkyries, so these are running away to safety. Templars are unloading on the scene, but the Templars can take it down with a target fire. It starts to load a couple more units there to have them Zealot bomb and get AoE splash on the SCVs, but it doesn't really hit. So that one also is a dud. 2 dud drops in a row that might have capitalized on that massive blow to his economy, but Mong is recovering rapidly and swiftly. Down 55 SCVs, 135 supply, 176 for Leebokgu. I really do feel Leebokgu is going to focus on switching over into carriers, though they haven't been queued up yet. He's still focusing on drops for now, but I feel that he's going to switch over into carriers very soon. Also, we've got this cute little nuke proxy base here on the bottom corner from Mong. Gonna try to nuke. It's taking some minerals out of his bank, that's for sure. You got 2 Templars there on the scene. Templars don't really get any SV kills of significance. They do get a couple of them, but nothing too serious. It's mostly SVs on the gas or SVs just standing around that a storm, but it does slow Mong down because he's once again forced to pull his SVs off the minerals and thus lose a couple of SVs. So that's a small little bit of investment that he just put in there that he lost, but it's, again, nothing that is life-threatening. But Leebokgu is keeping Mong on his hind feet. He's keeping him slowed down, not allowing him to quickly build up and become bigger, because he's been this big for the past 8 or so minutes. Well, let's say 5 minutes. He's been this big for about 5 minutes. Tank shooting past the hill to kill some cannons, because those cannons are denying side vision. Flies in over Marines. Marines are stimming in. Duck is coming in as well to take down the shuttles before they can unload. And actually, he does get a couple Zealots there on the scene. Kills some tanks. Tries to get the Zealots next to the SCVs so the tanks kill SCVs. But nope, it doesn't get the results that he wanted. And that's a lot of drops in a row that all didn't quite achieve anything. So now Mong on 75 SCVs, 177 supply. He's looking strong. He's going to recover really well because this is the time in the game where his economy is rolling at full throttle. He's going to add on all the factories, starports, everything that he needs, and that can happen really quick. That can all happen really quick. Now Leebokgu though is starting with his carrier production. So Mong has to hurry up and get his base ready and get his unit composition ready to contest and fight back against those carriers, because carriers are pretty damn scary. But he's got the nuke there on the bottom corner on the way. Vessel and dropship paired. Ghost also there on the scene. I assume he's got optical implants for Ghost range and cloak as well. He's adding on even more command centers there to build more nukes. He's going to try to end this with some nukes. Now Leebokgu has proxied himself a gas base there on the top left, top right of the map, to help himself with getting more gas, because he doesn't get that much gas from just these 6 simulators there on the top side. Not enough to produce from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Stargates. That's a lot of Stargates, adding on more gateways as well, just in case he's got to switch it up. But his dropship there is going to fly straight into those cannons, and that might give away the fact that he's going for a nuke. Maybe Leebokgu didn't notice, maybe he did, but he's going in for attacker on the bottom side, distracting from the bottom side while attacking on the front side as well, but neither attack really hurts Mong that much. As we can see now, because the economy is rolling at full throttle, he's adding on starports and factories to prepare himself for the carriers. He's got, I want to say he's going to use lockdown, but for now he's using those ghosts here on the bottom corner for nuke preparation. Vessel still hanging there, another ghost there walking on the side. Doesn't get spotted out there by the carriers. He's got 5, 6 carriers finished up, and he's got a couple more of them on the way. 8 more on the way, going for 14 carriers in total, which can be a lethal force if used correctly, and if accompanied by shield drops that are going to try to fly in under the cover of interceptors. But Mong's got a lot of Valkyries, got a lot of Marines, more Valkyries. He's got a little bit of leftover supply space to build a couple more Valkyries and Goliaths, but for now he's focusing on the Ghost nuke. Gonna find himself a pathway into that base. Or he's gonna nuke from up on the high ground and open up a path. Oh, he's gonna nuke here on the Stargate. He's gonna try to take them down before the carriers all finish. Leebokgu, they're already trying to deal a little bit of damage, setting up a massive amount of shield batteries on the side as well to really bring the hurt to Mong. Beautiful job there, beautiful nuke. He's trying to hunt down that ghost, but the ghost is all safe and sound on the top side. He knows it's somewhere around here. He finds and spots the distraction ghost, so that one's gonna go down, but there's one more ghost on the top side while the fight is happening at the same time as well on the bottom side. Carriers trying to fight against those Valkyries. Valkyrie missile halo rockets not really doing that much damage yet, because he's a little bit behind on his upgrades because of that blow to his economy early into the game. Shield battery is doing a great job of restoring those shields that are on the carriers. He's gonna keep those carriers alive for a very long time with the help of those shield batteries. Tanks there behind the hill. Gonna take down these cannons there next to the hill, because these cannons are aimed and intended to attack Valkyries when the carriers go in and when the Valkyries try to defend. So you're gonna take those down there on the side. I think he scouted this proxy base on the bottom corner, so he's going to take that down as well there. Maybe go for a mind control. He's going to go for a mind control because there's an SCV on the bottom side. The carrier count has grown to about 9. He lost a couple of carriers in production to the nuke, but that might actually help him out. So then he goes for the fight. Valkyries. Oh, nuke. He's nuking here on the side. There's no detection, nothing to kill it. Nothing to kill it at all. Vessel there tries to go in. Fight here is stopped. Leebokgu knows something is up, so he's preparing himself to defend against it. Nuke lands. He's got a pathway in. Scouts with the vessel. New cannons are on the way. He mind controlled the SV there on the top side, so at least he's going to try to build a base there now. This is a little bit of Mong. Mong knows it's an option. He should have killed the SV there with a ghost, but he got greedy on building more nukes. But now the clock is ticking for Mong. Mong knows, I think Mong knows that something is up. Scouts the front side there. He's He's gonna nuke this front side there. There's a couple of observers there that might move over to detect the ghost, but Leebokgu is pretty occupied now. He's not focused on attacking, he's focused on where are those annoying ghosts? Where are they? He moves his observers away there to the side. Lands on the front, gets a pretty good hit there, kills the cannons, does some damage to the robo facilities as well. Leebokgu is focused on building that command center there on the top side. And it looks like Mong is ready to attack. Honestly, it looks like he's ready to go. Got a lot of supply in Valkyries to fight back against the carries. Got a lot of tanks there as well. He's sacrificing his Marines there into the cannons to just get rid of them. He got some pretty nice upgrades there as well. 1 armor, 3 attacks. So they're going to take down this stuff pretty damn quick. Carriers are on max out upgrades. Where is the nuke? Nuke's going to try to kill the SV there. But he took the SV off the command center, as the command center doesn't get taken down, but it does slow him down. It's still inside that shuttle. Ghost can't take it down. Ghost is running back and forth, looking to do something while the fight is happening as well with the Valkyries against the carriers. The carriers are taking some pretty heavy damage there from the Valkyries. That's a pretty well played there by him. Ghost there still alive. They're just toying around with ghosts. They're both just toying around while also not really paying too much attention to the carriers or the Valkyries. Valkyries get pulled into the carriers. Mong makes a massive mistake. He is losing a lot of his... Ooh. That... He's just gonna make new ones? He's making what? Not sure what he was doing there, but... He's throwing away a lot of his supply to open up supply space, but for what, I don't know. Goes around the top side. Goes to nuke. It's only a single interceptor in there, but the interceptor takes it down pretty quickly. Now he's going to take down this nuke proxy base there on the bottom side. He's moving out with SCVs to sacrifice them to the greater gods. The opening of supplies, but Mong is... I think Mong's going to play serious now, but it might be a little bit too late to play serious. So damage has been done. He's losing a lot of supply space there because he's losing the nukes. He's... But how many SCVs did he kill? He killed all of his own SCVs. He's going all out on army, I believe. Controversial move because he's only on 10,000 minerals in total. So he's gonna run out pretty damn quick. Mong is doing weird things and I can't quite place it. Carriers coming in to clear out those tanks. On the middle, tanks are pushing back against the cannons, doing a pretty good job there, but they're... Right, he leaves the game. He leaves the game. I'm not quite sure what to think of this. Not quite sure what to think of this. The game was going really well, and now all of a sudden you just... Mong just gave up? Mong just gave up. I'm a little bit lost for words, but... A little bit lost for words. So yeah, I'm not sure what to say about this one. I mean, it was a fun match up until the end. And then it kind of started looking a bit funny and weird. But I guess even these players have weird endings to their games and matches as well. So that was it for today. RGB for RJB TV. With Leebokgu takes on Mong. And apparently he won against Mong. So this is RGB for RGB TV. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll try to make videos a little bit more often. The past week I didn't have much motivation to make videos. Kind of a little bit burned out on Starcraft. The Battle.net hasn't been too... It's been hard finding matches on Battle.net that don't suck. Let's put it like that. Public games, they kind of started sucking at some point. And there's private games, they're fun, but most people play on the wrong map. At least for my taste. So I'm playing on a map that I don't like. Not much fun in that. Not many people in the West play the Korean map. And not many people in the West who play the Korean map are of a very high level. So it's difficult to find matches, and it's not worth sitting around all day looking for matches when you're gonna find maybe 2 or 5 matches on a day that are of high quality. So I kind of lost my motivation, but I'm gonna try to make more videos and try to keep the channel up and running. Do not leave you guys standing in the cold. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye-bye.